Soakaway Crates. Oh, the pen's running out. Look at that. All right, so let's do that again. It's the septic tank. Sorry about the different colors. Soakaway Crates. There you go. How does that look? All right, that's not too bad. Not too bad. Right. Okay. So this is probably one of the most controversial products that septic tank owners come across against. There's so much misinformation on the internet about septic tank soakaway crates that people ring me up. They're saying, oh, you know, this company says it's illegal. The building regs officer says they're illegal. You know, if you put septic tank soakaway crates in, they're going to send you to prison and all this. Okay, so this is generally the result of all the misinformation out there regarding septic tank soakaway crates. So I thought I'd just kind of establish a baseline and, you know, some facts here as to what's right and what's wrong, okay? And all the information I'm about to share with you and quote with you can be found on the government's website, which is .gov. And you can find all this information I'm about to share with you on the .gov website. And it can be found under the title, The General Binding Rules. Okay, there we go. So it can be found under that. So if you want to find out more information, want to go a little bit deeper about septic tank soakaway crates or the septic tank ban or what septic tanks are legal, what septic tanks aren't legal, and just go to the .gov website in Google and just type in the general binding rules and you'll see all the information that I'm about to share with you and more. Okay, so let's get down to this straight away. So, first of all, let me answer the question, right? What exactly do I mean by a septic tank soakaway crate? What is a septic tank soakaway crate? Right, okay. So let's just take it that everyone knows what a septic tank is. Okay, so I'm going to draw here a septic tank. Okay, so let's do this. So there's the top of it. And I'm just going to put in a typical standard bullet septic tank, okay? So a bullet septic tank looks like a bullet. And they're shallow dig. They're called bullet septic tanks because they're shallow dig septic tanks. There we go. How about that? All right. So now if I draw some grass here, there we go. And one more thing I will do here. I'm going to do an inlet pipe. And the inlet pipe there comes from the house, and here is an outlet pipe. Okay, so the water comes in through here and fills up the tank, and then when it reaches this height here, it then makes its way, the wastewater makes its way. So if I put wastewater in, and that's wastewater out. There you go. Okay, so that's pretty self-explanatory up to now. Now, there's various soakaways that you can attach to your septic tank. So I'm just going to do 3 here with you. Okay, so one of the most, well, there's actually 4. All right, so first of all, first one is, I'm going to call it a soakaway pit. A soakaway pit. You'll have to forgive my writing. I haven't had any coffee today, right? So that's supposed to say soakaway pit. That's a new way of saying soakaway, okay? And so what they would do years ago, they would literally dig a pit, and they'd put bicycles and rubbish and rubble and stuff like that in there. And all the water would go from the septic tank, go into the soakaway pit, and all just drain away. Okay, so that's one type of soakaway. All right. Another type of popular soakaway is pipes. In the 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, and 70s, right? They used to put clay pipes in the ground. So the pipe would literally go straight from the soakaway, if I keep it the same color, and it would be clay. The pipes would be made of clay. And they would just go on for miles or miles and miles or hundreds of feet. And there was no perforations or anything in them like that. The water would just go down them. And when it came to the end of the hole, that's it. The water would just rush out of the end of the clay pipes. Downside with clay pipes is that they were brittle, they'd snap, they'd break, they collapse. Okay, and today a lot of the pipes that are put in the ground for the soakaway pipes are made, they're now orange underground pipes. So today they don't have clay pipes, they have orange underground pipes. All right, and they've normally got slits on the underbelly, and as the water travels through the pipe, it then disperses into the ground. Now, because of science and technology, about 3 or 4 years ago, they started making crates, drainage crates. In fact, they're called Soakaway crates. And I suppose a Soakaway crate, if you just want me to draw you a picture of a big one, it looks like that. All right, and they're hollow. They've got obviously a framework, and they're light. They're very strong. You can have them up to like 60 ton of weight can go over them. So they're very good in driveways, places like that. And the wastewater basically fills up in the crate and then just gently and slowly soaks away into the surrounding soil. So that's what a soakaway crate is. Now, you can also buy, well, in fact, let me just explain this to you. Try and keep it simple. There's 2 types of crates for drainage crates on the market. There is rainwater crates and septic tank soakaway crates. All right, so they're 2 different kind of crates completely. Now, they look the same, right? The membrane kind of looks the same as well, right? You'll have to forgive my hair. For some reason, it's just like exploded today. It's like every time I put the camera on, it goes like all this static electricity, you know. But anyway, yeah, so rainwater crates look the same as soakaway crates, septic tank soakaway crates. The membrane looks the same, but they're 2 different types of crates. And rainwater crates work out, if you bought a load of them, say, I don't know, 8, 10, 12, 15, 18, 20, whatever, of them, 100 of them, you'll normally save a few £100 with rainwater crates over the septic tank crates. The membrane is different on the septic tank crates. But what happens is that because they're not designed for sewage effluent and the suspended solids, they balloon and swell up. And then in 6 months' time, 8 months' time, the builders have to go back and dig all the rainwater soakaway crates back out again that they used for the septic tank and re-put the soakaway in. So yes, all right, they save £200-300 up front, but they end up losing £1,000-2,000 by having to come and redig up and redo the soakaway again. So rainwater crates are not allowed for septic tanks. They are illegal. They're not allowed, okay? But septic tank soakaway crates are legal. It's as simple as that. So if you're a builder, if you're looking to put septic tank soakaway crates in, then make sure you go for septic tank soakaway crates and not rainwater crates. If you want more information on that, on what's what, then just go to, in fact, here's me writing it out. I've actually forget now, it's actually on the screen. If you want more information about the septic tank soakaway crates, then just go to septictank.co.uk. You find loads of information about it on there. Okay, so let me show you why septic tank soakaway crates work so well, especially on these new low profile septic tanks. It's because you can actually create the soakaway it's a very shallow dig. It's a very easy installation and they're very easy to put in. Let me show you. Let's say you've dug a hole. There you go. So years ago, you'd have had to have dug a hole something like 1 meter, 2 meters down to put the soakaway in, or a herringbone system. With these soakaway crates, the septic tank soakaway crates, you only have to go down like 1.5 feet, 2 feet maximum below the grass, right? And so let's just say this is the hole here. All right, so if I just make this a bit bigger now. So that's typically what the hole would look like with the soakaway crates inside them. And then the water, it fills up in the crates here. And then, as I said, they just soak away naturally into the soil. And that's what's so good about septic tank soakaway crates. Now, many people ask me, many people say, but my building inspector, he's never heard of soakaway crates. He says they're illegal. And if I put them in, he won't sign them off and they're going to call the police and we're going to get fined. It's a load of rubbish, right? It's just misinformation. It's hearsay. Let me tell you what the rules and regulations are according to the government. Okay, so if you go on the .gov website, you'll find that there's 2 legal pieces of information that you need when you're putting a septic tank and a soakaway in. Number one is you need an EN 12566-1 certificate for the septic tank. Right, the septic tank, to be legal in the UK, must have a certificate, an EN 12566-1. That is the law, right? You can put septic tanks in that haven't got the certificate, but they are illegal, okay? So for building control and the environmental agency to love the septic tank that you put in, to approve it, to not give you any hassle, it has to come with a certification. Not everyone sells septic tanks with a certification. All the septic tanks that we sell, that I sell on septictank.co.uk, come with a government certification. That's that. Now, people think that soakaway products also have a certification. They don't. There never has been a certification for any soakaway products in the UK. There never has been, right? There never ever has been. And they have no plan of doing so. So there are no certificates, for soakaway products. There's no BS standard. There's no certificates for soakaway products, okay? And no BS standard. Now, let me tell you where all these rumors come from. On the government website, on the .gov website, it says that any soakaway, and here we'll go, put it on, any soakaway that's installed in the UK must the principles of when it's of the products that you buy and how you install it, right? The person must read the guidelines in the documentation, which is called the BS 6297 2007. All right, so that is not a British standard. Okay, it's not a certificate. In fact, the Secretary of State says it's illegal, right, for anyone, for me or for building control, to enforce or make anyone, right, comply with any of the suggestions in there, right? They're guidelines, they're principles, they are serving suggestions. Okay, now, in the first paragraph of the BS 6297 2007, right, it says, right, that you can use any alternate infiltration system. You can use, it says in paragraph 1, you can use any soakaway system, drainage system that you want, as long as it works, right? The Secretary of State only has 2 legal requirements, and they are that the soakaway does not pollute or causes no pollution, and number 2, that it drains away effectively. All right, that there is the law. In Section H of the building regs, the law states, the whole law, right, of soakaways in Section H of the building regs hangs. In fact, the rules and the regulations, the guidelines, it's all guidelines, it's guidelines. There's only 2 laws in the UK, right? They are that the soakaway mustn't pollute any watercourses, otherwise the Environmental Agency will get involved. And the second law is that the soakaway must drain away effectively. That's it. Those are the only 2 laws that people who are putting in a septic tank and a soakaway or a sewage treatment plant and a soakaway must comply with. The whole of Section H of the building regs is, after that, regarding septic tank, regarding soakaways, are guidelines, serving suggestions. If no, for example, on the cornflakes, right, you'll see sometimes they'll have strawberries with the cornflakes, maybe a bit of cream on there. The next one you see, right, they may have some raspberries and some blueberries with it. There's no law that you've got to have strawberries with your cornflakes, right? You know, they work well with milk, right? And some cream and some strawberries. In fact, they make them taste nicer. But there's no law. It's just a principle of serving suggestion. And it's the same with Section H of the building regs and the BS 6297 2007, right? It says there in the first paragraph, you can use any alternative infiltration system that you want, as long as it complies with those 2 laws there. The rest of it is just guidelines. Because if you think about it, if you've never put, right, a soakaway in before, right, it's good to have some kind of basis, some kind of, there has to, for example, over the last 50 or 60 years, in England, it's been popular to use a herringbone type of system. It has. All right, so the BS guidelines, not a standard, not a certificate, will say this is what's been done over the last 50 years, right? This is the best way in which they've dug the trenches. This is the best width that they found in certain conditions to put the pipes in. This is the best type of gravel that they found in certain places that they go to, etc., etc. They're suggestions, right? So when you're building, right, control officer comes and he says, no, I don't like those. They're illegal. They're not, right? They're not, right? I have to consult for building control. I have to represent them in courts and stuff. I teach them, right? Or the guidelines say in the BS documentations, right? I teach them, they contact me to teach them what it says in Section 8 of the building regs. So, all right, but because there's so much in building regulations, there's section A, B, C, D, E. There's so much in there and it's growing all the time. They can't know everything, okay? But the point being is, what normally happens is, say I've been doing soakaways and I'm a building control officer, right? We're not mocking them or putting them down. They're hardworking and they've got a lot on their plate, right? And if they are polluting anywhere and they're not draining away effectively, then it's their job to kind of help you and direct you to put a proper soakaway in. But it's illegal for anyone, right, from the government to come and say to you, unless it's polluting or whatever, that they're illegal, because they're not illegal, right? It's against the law for anyone to do that. What normally happens is this, right, is if they're used to seeing herringbone systems, they're used to seeing that that's a serving suggestion. All right, okay, everyone normally has strawberries and cream on their cornflakes. I'm used to that. I compute that. It's easy. It's not going to make my life any different. Yeah, okay, he's got strawberries and cream on his cornflakes. I'll tick that off. But technology changes. You know, technology has changed so much in the way that septic tanks and soakaways are constructed now, right, that they can't, it's impossible to keep up with all these new rules and regulations, right? So when they see something they don't know about, I'm not sure about that. Who told you about the crates? And then they come back to me and said, oh, the building control man, he's never heard of it. And, you know, he's a bit, you know, perplexed about it. And I'm a bit concerned that he's perplexed. And that's fine. That's all right. Just because someone's got a question or they've never seen it before doesn't mean it's wrong. And they're not wrong. So that's where all the misinformation comes about. You know, that septic tank soakaway crates are illegal. They're fully legal. The Secretary of State loves soakaway crates. Full stop. They love them. They do. It's, as I said, there's only 2 laws if you're putting a soakaway in that you need to abide by. That the soakaway doesn't pollute, it's not going in, the sewage effluent isn't going into any watercourse, and it drains away effectively. Okay? So there you go. So I've tried to explain that really simply, the rules and the regulations governing septic tanks and soakaways. I hope that helps. If you want more information, if you want free information, then just go to septictank.co.uk and I'll give you loads. You know, just ring me up. I'll help you as best as I can. If you need me to point, if you've got a building control officer who's never come across soakaway crates before, or you've read some misinformation on some site that says call the police because if you put septic tank soakaway crates in, you know, cowboy builders, call training standards, call the police, quick, you know, dial 999 before you. Lots of people, right? Number one, you've got to understand that lots of people have an agenda why they say the things they do. For example, some companies sell sewage treatment plants. They don't like septic tanks. They don't like soakaways. So if they play on misinformation, oh, they're illegal, phone the police if you put those on. But if you buy our sewage treatment plant, put that in, you won't have any problems. So, you know, you've got to take what you read with a pinch of salt. At the end of the day, right, at the end of the day, the only way to know if your septic tank and soakaway are fully compliant and fully legal is to read the documentation provided by the UK government. And so, as I said, so for septic tanks, you just need the EN 12566, and you've just got to make sure that your soakaway doesn't pollute any watercourses and it drains away effectively. So whether you're using septic tank, soakaway crates, easy drain, anything like that, they're all fully legal. So there you go. Thank you very much for watching my live broadcast today. I've got to go back to work now. Yes, it's a long day now. Even though the nights are lighter, even though it's lighter for longer now, that means I'm going to work longer. But I don't mind. I don't mind. I love doing this job and I love helping people. So listen, thank you very much for watching this live broadcast. I will catch you later. I may do another question and answers later if I get back in time. But you take care and I'll speak to you soon.